Hi guys, it's Sanyukta and get ready for me to trash some of your favorite novels. But I'd also like you to remember that this is a completely personal opinion and opinions differ. You might have a different opinion of this, and it's great if you like the books that I'm going to name. It's just that I don't seem to like them, although they're popular. So yeah, let's get started. So the first book would be The Alchemist, and this book is so popular. Everybody asked me to read it back in school, and I read it twice in school because I didn't get what was so significant that I was missing from this book because of all the hype around it. But in the end, to me, it was just a collection of spiritual mumbo jumbo and kind of a boring story, like a really boring story with a disingenuous philosophical view of life. But the one good thing about the book is that it was short and I didn't feel like I had wasted a lot of time reading a boring book. Yeah. So yeah, The Alchemist. Nope. The second book that I would like to name is The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. So this book, the real issue with this book is that you're gonna get bored if you read this just for the sake of the story. Like, it has no plot twists or gotcha moments, but it's a simple story. A man goes to catch a fish. That's it. That's the plot. If you're in it to find out what happens next, you're going to be bored out of your mind, just like me, just like I was. However, on the first go, when you read it, you might think it's a very simple and straightforward story. If you were to pause the story and reread it, you would find out the deeper meanings and themes and the deep truth about life that is underlying the story. Despite that, it still didn't appeal much to me. Maybe because I was a teenager when I read it, but I hope, maybe I expect myself to like it when I grow up. I don't know. I still don't like it. So yeah. The next book would be, guess what? Dan Brown. Yes, The Da Vinci Code. So I must say that it's a very easy read with simple sentence structure and everything, but I don't like it. But yeah, it doesn't particularly appeal to me. I don't have a high opinion of this book. The thing about the protagonist, Langston, is that he's a very poor hero. A hero has flaws, and Langston, he doesn't have any flaw. And flaws are what makes a character interesting and makes them jump off and dance in a book. Also, the book has an insane number of chapters, and like a chapter ends every 2 pages. What's that? And that kind of makes me feel as if Dan Brown was trying a little too hard. Maybe. Plus, the historical facts in the book, they are horribly inaccurate, and Dan Brown has been criticized for them a lot. But that's not the reason I don't like the book. The reasons, as I mentioned above. Not above. Before. Yeah. The reasons, as I mentioned before, are what makes me not like the book. And I think it's more like an airport novel, a shelf filler for a non-reader. So yeah. Let me know if you like this book because I know a lot of people who do. The next book would be Wuthering Heights. Because when I read Emily Bronte's hugely appreciated novel, I was shocked because, against the popular opinion, I found it really boring. It's set in England, and the novel plays in only 2 houses with extremely arrogant, haughty, and unlikable characters. And just let me be really honest here, but I think the lead characters are crackheads. I mean, while reading, you won't ever feel like the lead characters are in love. I mean, I don't understand how this is a romance novel. I personally wasn't able to connect with any character. Their emotions were all over the place. It was just a bunch of selfish folks that were trying to belittle one another. And I think it was the first book I read with no redeemable characters. But it also changed how I thought fiction could be structured. But to me, the book was nothing more than just broken, shitty, abused people being abusive towards one another. The next book, and the last book that I'm going to name here, is Aragon. I bet you've heard of the Inheritance series. Let me get started with it. I guess I don't hate Aragon per se, but I think it's just hollow and immature. Good young adult novels of fantasy have this level of sophistication. The level which also allows the books to be good for adult readers. But Aragon just doesn't have that. I was given the book by my brother as a gift, although I had never really asked for it or shown any interest in it. And it was one of the first fantasy series that I tried to get into, but I failed because it didn't work at all. I just couldn't get into it. It was a disappointment. But one thing I tend to do is that I read books completely even if I'm not liking them, because I just feel, I don't know, it might be a pet peeve, but I just feel like I need to complete this book because no, I can't leave it alone if I don't read the whole thing. So I did the same for Aragon, and the plot didn't get any better. I was disappointed, and I thought maybe I should have not read the whole thing because it was bad, just plain bad. However, I think the author has great potential to grow because he was only 15 when he wrote Aragon, and now if he begins to work now, I think he can create a better world of fantasy. But even though he was 15, I don't think I can excuse that because bad writing is just bad writing. So that's it from my list of popular books that I do not like. You can trash me in the comments like I trashed your favorite books. And I actually have a lot more on my list, but it wouldn't fit in the video. So since these books are really popular, I don't think a lot of you would agree with my opinion. But let me know in the comments if you think you agree or you disagree with me. And don't forget to suggest me a book. And let me know if you would like me to make another video about books and what you would like me to do in that. Maybe book suggestions or books that I like, anything you want me to do. I'm gonna make a video on it. Not a book. Oops. Still getting recorded. Oh, okay. Bye, guys. Bye. I said bye. Oh, God. Okay, bye. Let me know in the comments if you like the video.